What's up, everybody? BlueGabe, welcome. Gosh, this is bad. To the Bay Bridge. What state are we in? Maryland? Maryland. We got Sandy Beachy behind us. We got Crystal Beachy holding the camera. And if you know anything about me, my biggest fear in life are bridges. And God almighty knows this is a big one. So we flew into DC about 2 hours ago, and it said it was going to take us 2.5 hours to get to where we're going. We're going to Crystal's family reunion. We're going to do some crabbing and some other fun stuff, but we're going for a reunion. Right before we got to this Bay Bridge, all traffic just stopped and they shut the bridge down. And I got to talk now because I'm telling you, it starts overwhelming me the exact... What is those, crab traps?
Yeah, big crab out here.
There's crab pots.
We're on the Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah, we're crossing the Chesapeake Bay right now on the Bay Bridge. And oh my goodness. Show them ahead of us.
The Chesapeake Bay Bridge.
I've caught some of the biggest alligators to ever swim. Oh! Have unfortunately swam with thousands of very, very angry sharks. Walked in snake-infested swamps my entire life. In the jungle. Right here behind us is a caiman nest. Bridges give me an absolute heart attack.
There's a big ship going underneath right now.
Yeah, so here's a funny side note. When Crystal and I first started dating and she found out I was scared of bridges, she would always talk smack. And right about the time, right when she said that is when that huge ship hit that bridge up here somewhere and the whole bridge fell. And I said, see, we could have been on that bridge. It gets hard to even talk.
Look at the view right there.
No, I ain't looking out the window.
We're gonna get stuck right here. I'm not gonna even lie, Gabe. This is a sketch. I mean, it's 2-lane. We're on.
I don't like it at all.
You're crazy high.
Alright, well, you're running back up behind that man. I have traffic backed up behind me. I'm driving so slow. My fear is so bad that 2 weeks ago we were in Atlanta, Georgia at an arcade, and Crystal had me riding this thing with like a simulator glasses on. I took them off and had to throw them. I couldn't go into the cave. Boy, it's a 10 right now, I can tell you that. I hope to God y'all are enjoying watching this. This is horrible.
Why is it bad right now? Is it the...
Well,
that we're kind of closed
smack in the middle of it. It feels like there's a million needles sticking me right now.
What gets this bridge is it is tall and it is super long.
And looks as shady as a $3 bill. Like, it looks like my kids built it.
We're still going. This video has been 4.5 minutes long.
Not too long ago, I had to drive across the Tampa Skyway Bridge. And I'm telling you guys, I almost passed out. I had to call my buddy Mike Worley and talk to him on the phone the entire way. And I really couldn't even talk. I was just listening to him talk, trying to keep my mind off of it. Anxiety cannot get worse than what I have right now. I would pass. I don't like those cracks.
4.3 miles long.
It's 4. How tall is it in the tallest?
It's just 186 feet tall.
Only 186?
That is all.
That's 4 times higher than the bridge I grew up crossing in Jupiter, and I didn't even like that bridge.
And how long is it, Mom? 4.3 miles. Gee.
All right, we'll see y'all at the next stop. I think we're gonna make it. Now, while I take a second to regroup and regain myself from driving over the Bay Bridge, I gotta tell you a little bit more about Helix Sleep and my Midnight Lux. Now, if you're like me and sleep is super important, this mattress, my Helix Midnight Lux, has been the best thing I have ever purchased. About 2 years ago, I was struggling with back pain. I went to my chiropractor. I thought just adjustments alone would fix it, and he told me no. He said, how old is your mattress? I said, it's like 5 years. And let me tell you something, that changed it all. You go online, you go to helixsleep.com/BlueGabe, take the sleep quiz. It only takes a couple minutes. Put in a little bit of your personal information, and they will match you with a mattress that best fits your needs and deliver it straight to your doorstep. Now, if you're not new to my channel, you've heard me talk about Helix Sleep dozens of times. If you are new to the channel, I gotta go ahead and tell you, these Helix Sleeps are the real deal. All of Helix mattresses will help you sleep so much better. I was skeptic at the beginning, and once I got my Helix Midnight Lux, I then realized what all the hype was about. You can truly sleep better. You don't toss and turn. Your back won't hurt. Your body won't ache. Buying my Helix Midnight Lux literally changed my life for the better. Crystal loves the mattress. All my family that sleeps in our Helix mattresses in Georgia at our Georgia camp, they love it, and I promise you will too. All of Helix mattresses have a 10-year warranty. Helix also offers financing and flexible payment plans, and that makes getting a new mattress just that much easier. All of their mattresses are fiberglass free. Another awesome product made by Helix Sleep is their new mattress topper collection, and they have multiple toppers to choose from. And they also offer free shipping within the United States. The mattresses come rolled up in a box, delivered straight to your doorstep. It has never been easier. Gone are the days where you gotta drive to a mattress store and put up a huge mattress on top of your truck and then risk that mattress blowing off on the way home. Helix Sleep takes the stress completely out of getting a new mattress, and ordering one has never been easier. All you got to do is go to helixsleep.com/BlueGabe or check the link in the description below. And the best part is, right now, if you order it right this second, you can take part in their July 4th special. All right, things just got interesting. We went from the Bay Bridge to going on a horse buggy ride with an Amish dude. We're not sure we can film it. I got to be respectful when we get there. Tawny loves horses. This is Crystal's sister-in-law. There's her brother, y'all. He's the knucklehead of the bunch. And if you do follow along, you remember this guy. That's Mr. J. That's Crystal's cousin from up here in Delaware. He's who set this up. We're gonna go meet this Amish guy because I have truly always wanted to ride on an Amish buggy. That's just how they do it. That's how they get around. They don't ride in cars. So we're gonna go meet up with this guy, do a deal, see if we can pay him some cash. Maybe he'll let us film. Hopefully he'll let us film. This is literally the coolest thing ever. So Jay brought us to this to this Amish farm, and most Amish aren't about filming, but he said that I can film him. And right now he's milking his cow. It's like that me and Myron are sitting here and like little kids. And what Myron and I were just talking about is, as humans, we've gotten away from this stuff as normal to now it's not normal, when in reality, little barns like this are normal. This is how we all started. And we're just sitting here like mesmerized. He just got done with her and he's doing her now. He said each cow does about 6 gallons a day. Now, he said his dad stepped him up a little bit to this more technologically advanced milker, but it's just coming from that air hose, sucking it, and it's putting right into there. But he told me you get to milk the next one by hand.
Big grandma cow right here.
This is so neat. Started. Like, tell me and you aren't in here cheesing.
Yeah, well, my uncle had a dairy farm with about 300 heads, so I grew up sneaking over as a kid, getting to check out their operation, help out a little bit, so it's kind of cool.
When you go to the store now and buy a gallon of milk, yeah, it comes from a cow, but it doesn't come from something like this, a little mom and pop operation. It comes from such a huge operation full of all kinds of different processes. When his family gets this milk, they take it straight in and put it in an ice box and they drink it. There's no hormones and all that crap pumped through it. It's still natural milk. And to come onto a place like this is like going back in time, except for this is their normal. It should be our normal. Hey, girl. Tawny, you don't need another cow.
I always need more cows.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Oh, that one's not friendly. That one's friendly. I bet you mama's friendly. I know I'm a Floridian. I'm not from Delaware, but I don't stink. This is so cool. Like, we thought we were just coming for a buggy ride, and here we are in this old dairy barn that's probably got more history than you could imagine. Getting to see an old milking operation. He does have a generator in here and he cranked that up, but the only thing they use it for is the milking. They've got all their meat chickens right here and a bunch of them. To me, I travel so much and you do so much, like you go into the grocery store and you get your food and you just forget where it comes from. This place, these animals, this is small scale and it's so much more personal than large scale. This is what we should all be thriving to do. Like, we need to have this back in our life. If you could get a dairy cow and raise your own chickens, raise your own eggs, everybody would be so much healthier. You want to say hi to the camera to my kids? What is your name?
Rihanna Joy.
Oh, y'all speak German?
Well, Pennsylvania Dutch.
Pennsylvania Dutch.
Yeah.
Crystal's dad talks that. So this is the buggy we're going for a ride on right here, but they have several other ones right here. Like, this is the limo. That's what, on date night, you're gonna take this. I don't know what, this one's got airbags. Check that out. This right here might be mom and pop's date night. This is the whole family date night. So the language that they speak, Crystal's mom, I'm sure can, but Crystal's dad, he's fluent in it because they were Mennonites. These are Amish, they're Mennonites. But Crystal's dad can carry on a full conversation and I have no idea what he's saying. And these are the workhorses. These things are working machines. I would love to send my kids here and let them live on this farm for a summer. I think they would grow up to be so much more mature, knowing what it takes to live off the grid. I want to live here for a month. I think all kids should have to live on a farm like this for a month or a summer and learn the realistic point of life. I want to show you so much more, but I'm trying my hardest to be respectful, and I don't want them to think, because I can't really communicate with them, I don't want them to think that I'm being disrespectful. But you can see there's nothing fancy here. This is all old. They reuse everything. He does have a nice Caterpillar, Bobcat, but everything else is, most people would pull in here and think gross. I'm not going in there. To me, I'm like, this is heaven on earth. They've got all their firewood right in here for the winter. A bunch of it. Old grain silo. I don't think that's in use anymore because it's got a big hole up there. You got the younger kids working in the garden. Everybody's got a job. Now, if you're watching this and you do go to an Amish or Mennonite community, don't jump out and just expect them to be welcoming. Some of them don't even speak English, and some of them are really strong in their faith and don't want to be on camera. They don't even want to be bothered. They want to be left alone. Luckily, Jay and his family called them and they said we were more than welcome, and this will be the best part of my trip. Like, it's really cool. And my parents started with an old dairy cow. Almost got emotional. My parents got started with an old dairy cow like that. A lot of times the big dairy operations, they just shove the calves out the back, because I don't know if you know this or not, the calves, the mama giving birth is what gets her milk going, but they have to pull the calf off. And a lot of times they'll go for veal and other things like that. So the calves aren't super valuable, or they weren't back in the day. And my parents, my mom and my dad, would go get them and raise them up and sell them, and that's how they got their start. And thinking about that to where we are now is why I got emotional.
Is that okay? Yeah.
So we're gonna let Tawny ride up front. What was your name?
Rose.
Rose, that's a beautiful name.
Mano.
Mano?
Yeah.
That's an awesome name too. What's the horse's name?
Sailor.
Sailor.
Yep.
I'm a sailor. We live near the ocean. Hey Sailor, don't buck us off and don't go around any turns too fast.
He bucks us off, you're doing it wrong.
He's a safe, vulnerable horse.
Awesome. One of Myron's cousins said that he saw an Amish guy come around the corner and literally drifted his buggy around the corner. I'm like, we need that horse. Thank you very much. This is the best. Whoa. Dang, he got good brakes. Yeah, we're good.
brakes on the last one.
Look at him, old sailor knows. I think they have special shoes, right, for their feet?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Tawny, is that you or him that smells like equestrian?
Maybe me. I was just petting the cow for a while. You want to smell my fingers?
Well, I had to pat her down before we left the barn, make sure the cow wasn't hiding in her dress somewhere. Just trying to sneak the calf home.
I think the coolest part about this is we didn't go to some touristy place. Rose and her family, this is as real as it gets. We're not on a tourist trap. We're with a real Amish hardworking human being doing what she does every day. That's amazing to me. They're surviving with so much less than the rest of the world thinks they need to survive. And that's what's sad. I think humans need to take a step back before we use everything else good up. Is this another Amish family here on the left? Yeah. They all have their beautiful gardens. Their yards are manicured. She done turned the blinker on. Tawny, when you woke up this morning, did you think you'd be driving an Amish buggy?
I did not.
Are you happy?
I am tickled.
Thank you very much for letting her do that. That was so nice. So Tawny and Myron have a bunch of horses on their own. Myron's got a auction habit, right?
Yeah, I clicked bid too many times. Too many times.
Myron didn't really consider if you are the last person to raise your hand, you actually have to buy the horse, and now they got 2 more. So this is something super special for Tawny, and for me, I'm sitting back here like, wow, this is actually really relaxing, especially when you get on a really smooth road. I mean this with all sincerity. The last 2 hours have been some of the best hours I've experienced in a long time. I've never been on an Amish farm. This was such a cool experience. One that you would almost have to be here in person to experience it. Every person I've seen has waved and smiled. They might not be the richest people in the world, but when it comes to love of their family and friends and happiness, they're gazillionaires. I didn't even know they had a store here. So if you're not familiar with Amish, they make all their own clothes, and this store has tons of it. All the threads, different types of fabric. Right down here they have kids' clothes. And I've noticed that around here, this must be a really popular type of clothing because I've seen it everywhere I went. I think I need to get the babies one of these. They got little girl outfits. That's so neat. They got women clothing. These are the bonnets that the women wear. They've got really cool little gloves. All right, we got to get back to the family reunion. We said we were going to be gone like 20 minutes and we've been gone 3 hours. Just wait till I turn this camera around. Tell me that ain't the coolest thing ever. You're 14 and she's 4 and they're out like it doesn't get any cool. What's your horse's name?
Ranger.
Holy moly. That is the most adorable thing in the whole world. Listen to his little hooves. I almost got emotional again. You guys, earlier, that's only the second time I've ever gotten emotional on the camera, ever. And it just about happened again. How cool was that? Jace, take me somewhere where things are not so emotional. We gotta go do man stuff now.
It's so snuggly.
If we got something we can go shoot or catch, quick. It's seafood time. Look what we got in here. Yep. Oh, yeah. Got some lump crab meat, some shrimp. I ain't never seen a round bushel before. No. Y'all must be weird up here in the Northeast.
What's that?
I ain't never seen a round bushel. Hold on, let me see the back of your shirt. Only a couple 100,000 people's gonna see this. Gay Seafood. He told us that we have to use this seasoning right here. How long you been in business?
I've been doing it for 40 years.
40?
Over 40.
Dang. Whole time I thought we were in Delaware. We actually crossed over the border into Maryland. If you're ever here, check out Gay's Seafood. We drove a long ways to get here, so it must be good. Now we got a long ways back and we're fixing to have a feast. But on the way back, I'm gonna show you some of my favorite blue crab moments over the years. We have been all over the place and caught a lot of crabs. So let's take it back to some of my favorite moments. Chunk it. Heck yeah, that's the best kind. He's got you though. Here, I got the bag. Are you holding? Oh my goodness.
Strong like a mother.
Even through the gloves.
Yeah, man. Let me go.
It's red though. Hold him in the light.
Nice.
Look how pretty that is. Yeah. I mean, 5 minutes.
Yeah. Hey, last week.
100 crab, he said. Got it.
Two crabs. Two crabs. Two little females. We're gonna keep that one, but turn the other one loose. In the hole. Holy moly!
Oh,
That's what I'm talking about.
that one, there you go.
Oh my gosh!
I think they were caught today. They're happy for you.
Y'all must have smelt we had crabs.
Well, yeah.
Set them and let them drip a little bit, and then just divide them up.
So this is Aaron, Crystal's, you're your middle brother. Yeah. You just got out of jail, right? Yeah. We just bailed him out here in Delaware. They're telling me about the corner meat. Now I have done crab videos in all parts of the world, all kinds of crabs. I have no idea what they're talking about. You've already met Jay. He came down and shot all kinds of iguanas with us. Y'all show me what you're talking about.
Wait, Jay.
Gotta come in here close.
Split the shell off. You're always looking for that yellow stuff there in the corner.
You're gonna eat the yellow stuff?
That's the best part right there.
What in
Usually-
the world?
There it is. You can see a little bit better. It's like the next shell starting out in the corner. If they're ready to slough or change shells, then that's really packed. It's really big. That's usually the best part of the crab for me. If you have a knife, it works a little bit better too. Right there, you can see it's like the next shell start.
What's it taste? Is it meaty?
Not really meaty. It's kind of like a
Squishy.
squishy, fatty texture, more like.
Gabe, you ready for your corner?
There you can see it right there. You just reach in there and pull that back. Right like that. There you go. That's the best part.
You want me to eat that?
That's what I eat. Just like that. Slurp it down. That's the best part of crab.
Dang. Surprisingly,
It's a different flavor to it.
it tastes just like the meat. I was not prepared for that. I thought I was about to gag on camera.
every crab's a little bit different. You get some nice ones once in a while that are totally jammed full of it, and they're, you know, it's a real big meaty bite.
You like it?
It is not near as bad as I was expecting. So this is some more of Crystal's family. They're from South Carolina. So half the family's from Delaware and Kentucky, and then the other half's from South Carolina. What's your name?
Zachariah.
Zachariah?
Randall.
Big shout out to Jason Swift. Randall said that you're a fan of the channel and we appreciate you watching. Jay and his family actually do some commercial crabbing, but they do it with long lines, not in traps. They catch them on lines. They put chicken necks about every 2-3 feet, and they'll pull a 2,000-foot line.
We're hungry.
The baby's hungry too? How far along are you?
Almost there.
This is the quietest I've seen this bunch in 3 days. Jackson, you want to say hi?
Hi.
I have not heard very much talking coming from this table. Goodness, y'all are putting a hurting on them. Some shrimp. You like that sauce?
It's going.
It's good. Me? I learned how to make it in Louisiana. Everybody asks who will be the last man standing. It will be him. So we're like a good hour and a half in, and I have some unexpected survivors. We got Vicky, which is a cousin. She's over here still holding strong.
I'm picking for the freezer.
I mean, we have women in the game. Myron.
Not tapping yet.
We can't talk about Papa because he just got here. Look, Aaron is moving slow. He's done. And right over here we got Mr. Raj. You're moving slow too. And then we got these three over here who are already on the dessert.
What dessert?
So this is Candace and Tawny, which are sister-in-laws. That's Candace's not better half. This is Aaron's better half. Yeah. We got Crystal's mom and Aunt Loretta. Thank y'all very much for having us. This, why are you hiding your plate? And Uncle Randy.
His wife Bobby.
Yep. Now this is what I'm talking about. These two right here. Are y'all ready for me to bring the heat?
I'm ready to eat some more crumb pie.
All right, here we go. Oh, dang, I didn't even hit the board. Dang. Well, I gotta give it to Cousin Vicky for winning the crab eating contest. We all overdid it, I can tell you that. It's the end of the weekend. I want to show you a little glimpse of our Airbnb and where we're staying. Then we're turning this camera off and spending the rest of the evening to ourselves, because tomorrow morning early we're flying home. Look at these two. Look at that belly.
Hey boy.
All right, let's show them the water. Everybody's chilling out. Kano, did you get you a shower?
Yes, sir.
Did I do okay with that?
You did pretty good on it.
Look at his face.
Look on the chin on the side.
I mean, did you get any of the marshmallow in your mouth?
Yeah.
What about you? This one's tired, you can tell. Look at this beautiful place. A lot of times when we're traveling, we find Airbnbs just because they're a little bit more easy and convenient than hotels. And sometimes you can find them where they're cheaper than hotels. Right now though, with this many people, we definitely needed an Airbnb. The Chesapeake Bay is right over there, and this is just a branch off of it. I can't believe y'all got beat by a girl in the crab eating contest.
You know, out of courtesy, I had
That
to
wasn't a
let her
girl,
win.
that was a woman.
Myron and Tawny live in Jacksonville. Aaron and Candace and their kids live in Tennessee. Crystal's mom lives in Kentucky. Kano and Sonny, which is Crystal's sister, live in South Carolina. So we don't get to see each other often. We're gonna spend this last hour of daylight together and back on the road in the morning. We'll be seeing you.